you're so poor. This, that, and the other, and your food stamps. We were the brunt of that joke for so long. But since Trump canceled those food stamps, we see the recipients coming out the woodwork.
Okay. And 80% of the kids that were leaving school were morbidly obese.
Relying on food stamps, you're going to have a harsh reality that food is expensive.
About health, don't you buy another cookie? Don't you buy no noodles? Don't you buy your kids no soda?
I was just at Myers to get some groceries. I had a cart full of groceries, over $600 worth of crap. I went to go slide my card. It's gone.
Welcome back to Get It Out. Today we got a video from Dayton Wright. All right, without further ado, let's get into it.
For some of y'all people to be acting so crazy that, oh my goodness, Trump just got rid of let's pause all federal funding. Oh, you ain't gonna get your food stamps no more. Your public housing's not gonna be paid. Oh my God, this is what y'all voted for. This is what you voted for.
85% of welfare and food stamp moochers are white, live in southern red states, and vote for Republicans. Go figure.
That's something now. Imagine all of the Trump supporters who have lost their benefits. They're going to be like, wow, I voted for this. I think he mentioned, right? He did mention it. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is what I'm going to be doing. All they heard is getting immigrants out of the country, getting illegal immigrants out that are breaking laws. They didn't remember anything about him working on different programs that are available to Americans. Or maybe he didn't mention it that much because he needs to push, I'm getting the immigrants out. But wow, this is something.
And those same Republicans are trying to take that away from you. And you voted for it. Can't blame the Democrats. This is what you voted for.
Yeah.
Well. The cat is out the motherfucking bag, y'all. And I'm not even making this video to be petty, so we gonna say that right at the beginning. I'm not making this video to be petty. I'm just saying, for a long time, we was the brunt of this joke. Go back to your ghettos, your food stamps. Get back to your impoverished areas. You're so poor. This, that, and the other, and your food stamps. We were the brunt of that joke for so long. But since Trump canceled those food stamps, we see the recipients coming out the woodwork, okay?
They literally cut my food stamp card off. Zero balance. They took everything. I was just at Myers to get some groceries. I had a cart full of groceries, over $600 worth of crap. I went to go slide my card. It's gone. It is all gone. They aren't paying my rent this month. I don't get my disability or my kids' disability in the first.
Wow.
My cash benefits is gone. I had over $10,000 in food stamps, and it's, oh my God, everything.
Oh, Bethany, that's terrible. Wait, this you?
Man.
I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. Methan, who's looking dumb now? Voted for that man, and now you have concepts of food, benefits, cash, and childcare. It's crazy because you were so happy that Trump was back in office. Boo, is this you? Looked around and now you're finding out.
I'll be honest, I'm having a really hard time feeling bad for you. Like, as a fellow mom with young kids, I want to feel for you and your family, but I really don't have anything left to feel for Trump supporters. You are getting exactly what you voted for. Exactly. This big, scary word, socialism, social programs are what help young families thrive. I'm an American citizen and I live in Germany. And because of all of these social programs that my family and my children can use, we are thriving here. I don't understand how you are surprised that this is happening. And I do feel bad for your children. I don't feel bad for you. You're getting what you voted for.
Our food stamps. If you have a EBT,
apparently it wasn't yours. It was the government's. And they wanted their shit back. But again, y'all put him in office. All that shit you name, go get a job.
Republicans want to cut SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, by over 20%. The sad part is the majority of Americans who depend on SNAPs for things like food stamps, they live in Republican areas. Don't believe me? Look at the facts. As of 2009, these are the counties in the United States with the highest percentage of population receiving SNAP benefits. And as you can see, all Republican counties in Republican-led states.
That's wild. They didn't know what they were voting for. This is funny.
Alaska, Kentucky, South Dakota, Missouri, South Dakota, North Dakota, Missouri, Louisiana. The list goes on. It is
all
Republican states that benefit from SNAP.
Yeah, this is a woman who voted for Trump, and now you can tell she want to take her vote back from Trump. But she also voted for him to get rid of wasteful spending, drain the swamp, make some more conservative changes. But they had to get in the government books to see where all the money was going and why this country is always broken in debt. And we all know that these women was upset before, but now with Trump's new appointee, Robert F. Kennedy, he's going to be making some changes that's really going to have some people upset.
If this is true, we need to talk. The Trump administration is considering a policy that would prevent food stamp recipients from purchasing sugary drinks and junk food with their benefits. Agricultural Secretary.
This is about time. The obesity problem, a lot of times it happens because the free food you can buy is not healthy. They're using SNAP benefits, buying hot dogs, burgers, French fries, everything that's unhealthy, sugary drinks, sugary food. It all weighs on your body. Kids are growing up now way overweight. A little 5-year-old, 80 pounds. 5-year-olds are not supposed to be 80 pounds.
Alongside Health and Human Services Secretary and Elon Musk's Department of Doge, aims to ensure the taxpayer money is spent on nutritious foods. They emphasize that the goal isn't to deprive children of food, but promote healthier choices. People argue that such restrictions could be seen as government overreach.
Oh, okay. You say the U.S. government shouldn't tell you what you can eat. I'm fucking telling you. Don't spend my money on junk food. We, the people, do not want you spending our money on junk food. Okay? There, the government's out of it. The people that actually do pay for it are telling you to fucking stop.
So the EBT committee is throwing a fit today. Why, you ask? Because RFK and the federal government are looking to ban sugary drinks and candy from the EBT SNAP benefits. The federal government should not be paying for your sugary drink. They should be paying for healthy food for you and your children. I support this. I think a lot of you see this as an entitlement and a way to spoil your children when it should be just a crutch to get you through.
Yeah.
Now, with RFK doing this, I have no problem with it. Because if you want to feed your family diabetic food and food that's not good for them, you should do it on your own dime, not the federal government's. If you want a handout, accept what you get. If you want to spoil your kids, well, get a fucking job.
I do not understand why the topic of America being so unhealthy and needing to get healthy is controversial. Americans' health is an absolute epidemic, and especially when you consider chronic illness in children. And at one part in this hearing, it was brought up his criticism on SNAP benefits and what SNAP benefits pay for and the lack of nutritional information that goes with SNAP benefits. The majority of food that SNAP benefits pay for is ultra processed junk that is void of nutritional value almost entirely. And the lack of education around nutrition affects the lower socioeconomic classes way more than the higher classes. And that is a problem. If you look at the health of the lower, poorer classes, they are in epidemic, and it's because a lot of them are on government assistance, and government assistance does not provide them education to know healthy foods or provide them with a lot of healthy options on the SNAP benefits program. Yes, you can get milk, you can get eggs, you can get chicken, but go look at the cost of all of the ultra processed junk that come on that. So if a family is trying to stretch their benefits for even, let's just say 4 kids, right? They're going to opt towards the cereals. Go look at how much of our Congress, of our people in government are invested in these big food corporations that just produce junk. It actually infuriates me because while my family doesn't qualify for benefits and stuff like that, we are on the absolute lower end of the socioeconomic scale. We are a single income household, a single dependent income household. I homeschool my children, and we are just barely getting by. And my heart breaks for these people I see in mom groups and stuff that depends so heavily on government assistance like food stamps and SNAP benefits. And then when they talk about the fact that the food that they're getting is not even healthy for their kids. These kids are going to school on Pop-Tarts, food dyes, and sugars. That's not healthy for them. It's not fair to them that that is what they have to have because that is what they can afford. If we are going to put government money, tax money into helping these people that need help with their food and to feed their family, we have to be able to afford them the education to understand if you choose the cereals, it is not healthy for your children and they are not going to function. Their cells are literally not going to function the same way on those foods.
So now people that receive EBT and food stamps are not going to be allowed to buy junk food with EBT or food stamps. I seen something that stated that the Trump administration was stopping people who receive EBT or food stamps to stop buying any junk food or high processed food items with their EBT and food stamps. And if they are going to put this rule in place, they just need to decrease the price of healthy foods, okay? Because healthy foods are so high. That's why people shop and buy things that they can afford, aka junk food and high processed foods, because they are trying to make their food stamps benefits stretch the whole month. So towards the end of the month, the kids might be eating oodles and noodles or TV dinners or whatever else or sandwich.
Oodles and noodles. These certain products shouldn't even be on the shelf. But they're everywhere, even out here in the Philippines. Oodles and noodles. All those different quick instant noodles that you make in SpaghettiOs and all that stuff. It's disgusting. I've stopped eating all of that. If I ate it now, I'd probably have an attack from high blood pressure. Seriously, because it's so salty. When you lay back off it and you stop eating food with salt on it, and then you taste it again, it's atrocious. You gotta try it.
With chips, because guess what? Or hot dogs and burgers, because guess what? It is just high. Stuff is high. So you're trying to stretch your food stamps towards the end of the month to make them last.
I do not agree with the whole notion of it costs more to buy healthier foods. No, it does not. Depends on what you call healthy. I know I'm on the copycat Chipotle's diet this week, and spending $40 on all these ingredients was way cheaper than going to buy this from Chipotle's. And as a person who recently went on a diet, and I mean weighing my food out, tracking everything I eat in a meal tracking app, you really got to be careful what you put in your body. If we only knew some of the ingredients that food processing plants in the U.S. put in their foods and sell it in grocery stores, we would say this would be criminal.
RFK is exposing the entire food industry and getting Americans to wake up about what is really going on. Just listen to what he said.
Doritos, Cheez-Its, Cap'n Crunch, gummy bears. The ingredients include a lot of poisons, including a harmful yellow dye called tatrazine, or yellow dye number 5. It was originally made out of the sludge that's left over when you turn coal into coke. For blast furnaces, yellow dye, tartrazine, causes tumors, asthma, developmental delays, neurological damage, ADD, ADHD, hormone disruption, gene damage, anxiety, depression. intestinal injury.
Today it's made from petroleum, not coal tar. Either way, it's
Now,
crazy to add.
You see some of those things he's naming. He's showing the reason why a lot of Americans have psychological disorders from food. It's all coming from food. Obesity from food. Diabetes, food. High blood pressure, food.
Add this to your kid's favorite foods. It doesn't even change the flavor. This yellow dye isn't just in junk food. It's in the foods that we consider healthy. It's in the everyday kid snacks like popcorn, mac and cheese, fruit snacks. It's in sports drinks like Gatorade and so-called vitamin.
I didn't know it was in
It's even
Gatorade.
added
I
to
didn't know
chicken
that.
broth, to corn, to pickles, to mustard, and to yogurt. And so, of course, our kids get sick. And we lovingly feed them chewable vitamins, which have, surprise, heart disease.
That's why in other countries you won't even find this stuff on the shelves. They ban a lot of bad illegal foods that they find ingredients that's not healthy enough for their people. So the US is actually way behind on banning certain foods with the FDA. A cleanup at that agency is needed.
We can't be a strong nation if we have a weak citizenry. If people are sick, 60% of our people are sick, 77%. As President Trump mentioned, our children cannot qualify for military service. And we need a man on a white horse now. We need somebody who is willing to come in and has the spine and the guts and the strength to challenge orthodoxies, to stand in the way of vested interests, and to break institutions that have turned against our democracy. President Trump has shown again and again that he is that hero.
There's a bunch of obese people on this app losing their shit because President Trump, along with RFK Jr., wants to eliminate the purchase of junk food with food stamps. And that's a good thing. Look, if you want to feed that crap to your kids, you need to do it on your own dime, not the American taxpayers' dime. We're not here to help your children get diabetes. I went to pick up my daughter from school yesterday, and 80% of the kids that were leaving school were morbidly obese. I'm fucking Gen X. We didn't see any of that shit. Everybody was healthy.
Yeah.
Everybody was fit. We need to nip this shit in the butt. Now it's a health crisis, and you shouldn't want to give that shit to your kids anyway.
You know, the fucked up thing about not letting people buy junk food with food stamps is it's such an arbitrary decision. It makes no sense because it's been proven time and time again that people in impoverished communities aren't eating wildly unhealthy because, oh, my food stamps allows me to eat unhealthy, so I'm going to get the unhealthy option over the healthy option. It's because a lot of these places are food deserts, as in there's nowhere for people to get good produce or good groceries within a walkable distance. If you don't have a car, shit, sometimes not even within a busable distance. Most commonly in these areas is literally just corner stores. So you have to eat what's at the corner store. Yeah, they might have a little bit of produce and vegetables and other shit that you could buy, but it's not a lot.
Hey, what they're trying to do, the government is trying to set it up to where you're not buying a bunch of garbage. And I say this, whatever produce they have, get it. If you have to walk a little bit of a distance, do that.
So you have to eat the junk food. You taking away the junk food option is like, what the fuck are people supposed to eat? Or are you expecting people to walk 2, 3, 4 miles to go get some fucking food?
Yeah.
For instance, I used to live down 75th and Malvern down OVP. The closest grocery store was 1.2 miles walking. So if I didn't have a car and I couldn't afford to get on the bus, but I needed to get some food for the crib, I had to walk 2.4 miles total round trip. Whereas there's 2 corner stores in the neighborhood, that's like a 5-6 minute walk. And it was a good 2 years where it wasn't no grocery store in the neighborhood besides the corner stores. This is a problem of access. People do not have access to grocery stores that will sell them nutritional items. All they have is corner stores. So that decision, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me, and it definitely doesn't resonate with me.
And I'm just going to say it, the USA are basically some bullies, because at the end of the day, these food prices for anything are around $5 to $6. And if you are a person that was used to relying on food stamps, you're going to have a harsh reality that food is expensive, especially when you have like 4 or 5 kids. One child, okay, myself, like I don't have any children. It's just myself. I buy food or whatever. But I'm just saying, for the people that have like 5 and 6 kids, your bill is looking like $700. And who really got $700 to spend on food when this whole entire time, the only way you were getting your food supply was through food stamps? So
to open your privileged ass mouth to say when you were 5, you're upset because you used to watch people use their food stamps to buy things they should not be buying. And my thing is, at 5 years old, why is your ass pocket watching and being a hater and not outside with your friends playing like normal kids? What irritates me about them trying to police what people spend their food stamps on is that y'all say, oh, they shouldn't, buy sugary drinks, desserts, ice cream, whatever. Why can't they do that? I guess I understand, one in.
Because it's killing them. What do you mean, why can't they do that? Sad.
People to be healthier and reducing the amount of sugar we ingest. But have you tackled the food deserts in the urban areas? Have you gone for grocery prices? Eggs are double digits right now. Eggs. Let's not even talk about everything being recalled. Bitch, I was recalling cucumbers the other day. Recalling salads the other day. You know who never be getting recalled? Hershey's chocolate.
Some of y'all the biggest hypocrites that ever lived, and I can't stand y'all. Yeah, I can't stand you. I'm talking to you. If you was one of the ones that got on here, or you've been having a conversation with your friends and your family, yeah, that's what they get. They go, if those people on food stamps, they're not going to be able to buy those chips and Little Debbie's, and they're not going to be able to buy all this junk food. Well, if you so worried about these children's health, why don't you, without your food stamp paying self, with your debit card or credit card, won't you stop it? If it's about health, don't you buy another cookie? Don't you buy another Little Debbie? Don't you buy no chips? Don't you buy no noodles? Don't you buy your kids no soda? Matter of fact, don't.
It's the wild thing. She's talking like that. I haven't bought food like that, I would say, about 5 months now. And that's why I've lost the weight I've lost. Within 5 months, I've lost 20 pounds, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. I went from plump in the face to no face and loving it.
Don't even buy your kids nothing to drink. Give them straight water. If you talking about so healthy, you ain't worried about them kids' health. That ain't what you worried about. You just mad because you not getting no benefits, and you don't need the benefits because you make enough money that you don't need it. But you're going to try to see, you don't understand when you start taking away one person's ability or one group of people's ability to do something, the next thing you know, they're going to take away your ability. And guess what? It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. That's why I can't stand some of y'all. And then there was one black man on here. I wish I knew your name. I'd tag you. And it looked like you done ate a whole lot of chips. You didn't drink a whole lot of sodas. You didn't ate some Little Debbie. You didn't ate a whole lot of food that wasn't healthy, that wasn't healthy. But you're going to get on here and try to shame these. I can't stand you. I really don't understand it. Y'all don't understand that when you take away one group of people's rights to purchase and buy the food that they want, then the next thing you know, they're going to be telling you what you can buy.
This video goes out to all the people that went out and voted for Donald Trump, especially all you people receiving EBT, Medicaid, food stamps. Y'all voted for Donald Trump, and now, guess what? We got to go back to work. To qualify for EBT and food stamps, you have to be working 30 hours a week. I got 5 kids. I can't work 30 hours a week. Who's going to take care of my kids? Y'all done fucked around and found out, now fucked it up for everybody. You mean to tell me I got to go back to work and I got 5 kids? Who's going to take care of these 5 kids?
Damn.
I got $72 to last me on this EBT card, and then it's done, and I gotta find a job. So thanks a lot, and fuck you to anybody that voted for Donald Trump. Shame on you. Now we gotta go back to work. What am I gonna do?
So apparently, a lot of people's gonna be losing federal funding now. Do a couple things. One, you could go get your ass a job. 2, you can stop saying I don't need a man. because clearly a whole lot of y'all gonna need a man right about now. So there's your options. Get a job or just get you a good man who's willing to help take care of you. But that might be difficult in today's society with how everything is going now with the whole back and forth thing.
Look at that. We already got some of these simps out here ready to save these women. But nope, men, we will not be saving any of these women. We're going to hold the line and stay focused. But I like what the Trump administration is doing right now. I think it's right now what is needed. Well, that's all I got in this one. You guys drop a comment down below and let me know if
you made it this far in the video. You are a real one. Thank you for watching. Also, be sure to subscribe. And then after that, click that notification bell just to make sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Thanks for watching. See you next video.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of bird.